And yeah, making stream. It's a small one. I hope Ciso is gonna stream a bit later. So I was like, yeah, we're gonna do the tutorial. It's probably 30 minutes or something. We'll see. And then yeah, we can switch to Ciso or anything else. We'll see how it goes. Because the deer hunting is going a bit better now for me at least, but that's a different game. Yeah, it's still in early access. What I've seen is working really well. The campaign is... There is no campaign yet. So it's more like, at the moment, custom battles, form a formation, a convoy, select how many destroyers, select how many submarines, that kind of stuff. But yeah, it looks so good and it sounded so good. It is back to 1987, like I mentioned on the forum. The last time I played a destroyer game on the Commodore Amiga. I don't think, yeah, maybe Golnor played it back then. Not sure. You had to give keyboard shortcuts, like AF was for, yeah, you gotta have played it. Let's not stop rambling and see where this will bring us. I have good hopes for this game. And the other one as well, by the way, U-Boats. I did enjoy Silent Hunter 4 and 5 quite a lot, and 3 of course. So yeah, I do like my naval Second World War war games. Do you want to start the tutorial? Yes. Let's go for it.
The Battle of the Atlantic took place in the 1940s. During that time, most U-boats were still diesel-electric and so could not stay submerged for prolonged periods of time. Therefore, you're very likely to detect them on the surface using radar before they close in for the attack. Once a U-boat submerges, you can no longer detect it using radar, and you will have to use sonar instead. Unlike radar, the sonar of the 1940s had to be pointed in the appropriate direction in order to detect the enemy. Bear that in mind when you lose radar contact with the enemy, and, most importantly, remember this. Radar works only for surfaced contacts, while sonar works only for submerged contacts. Last but not least, the 1940 sonar also has a dead zone right under your destroyer, which is crucial to remember. The most important thing you need to understand, however, is that everything at sea is ruled by the compass. Consequently, every instrument, report, and command also refers to it. It works just like the clock, with 000 or 360 at the top, 090 on the right, 180 at the bottom,
Clear to
and
left.
270 on the left.
Heading
These
270.
three-digit codes are called bearings, and they refer to the cardinal points. 000 or 360 is the north, 090 is the east, 180 is the south,
Okay, it's a good
and
tutorial.
270 is the west. So, if there is a contact at bearing 090, it means that it is located east of our position. This system allows the crew to quickly exchange information regarding where the enemy has been detected, what course to take, and so on. Once you understand it, it quickly becomes second nature. In summary, the most important information for you will always be the position of the currently tracked enemy, which is given in bearings, which direction, and ranges, how far away from your position. The last thing you need to know is how to execute a successful depth charge attack. The problem consists in hitting a moving object in 3D space with a weapon that has a considerable delay between being fired and hitting the target.
Gotcha. Yeah, the tea is definitely ready.
In general, the attack has to be made in such a way as to drop the depth charges with a lead ahead of the U-boat's bow.
Yeah, I'm quite hyped. I hope they will finish the early access. You never know with
What is
developers.
more, the depth charge fuse must be set for shallow, medium, or deep. Bear in mind that the deeper you set the fuse, the longer it takes the depth
70
charges to
meters,
reach
20.
the set depth.
50 seconds for deep.
The optimal time to drop depth charges is calculated by an analog computer called the Tactical Range Recorder. It measures the speed of closing the distance between your destroyer and the target, and will help you to decide when to give the order to fire. Because of that, pay close attention to what the tutorial says about using the TRR, as it will make the difference between success and failure.
Definitely.
In reality, the chances of hitting a U-boat with depth charges were rather slim, but due to the devastating effects that even close misses had on the submarine's morale, harassing and suppressing the U-boat was often enough to make its crew abandon further attack attempts, at least for some time. Now that you understand the most essential facts about anti-submarine warfare in the Second World War,
if only
you can
this was
proceed
co-op.
with the tutorial.
Somebody on the radar station, somebody captain. Welcome to the tutorial. The bridge is where you control the destroyer's maneuvers. Let's start with changing the ship's speed, which you can do through the engine order telegraph. Right now we are sailing at 1/3. Click on ahead standard. I think we can do that here. No, we have to click on
all engines ahead standard.
Standard.
All engines ahead standard. Aye, sir.
Yes, in 1 mile. Yes, that's the way to do it. Observe how our speed is rising from 8 to 25 knots. Ooh, that's way faster than a submarine. That's already good. There are more speed options to choose from. However, remember that ahead full and ahead flank, you won't be able to use the sonar. Ah, didn't know that. You can also bring up the engine order telegraph by pressing W or S, from where you can set the desired speed, or continue pressing W or S to change. Select press S and hide a helm. Ah, and then press enter for the speed.
All engines ahead 1/3.
All engines ahead 1/3. Aye, sir.
Aye, sir. Well done. Let's see about steering now. Exactly. The compass is currently showing course 000 magnetic north. Courses relate to bearing, so if your course is 0, that means you are heading exactly northward. There are a few different ways to steer the ship. The first way is by means of the helm, which works just like the steering wheel in a car. Click and hold the left mouse button and drag it fully to the left. Observe how the helm indicator has changed position. Excellent, we are now turning left, are we? Yes. Yes, here's the compass. Another way to steer is by clicking on the helm indicator. This is very useful for keeping the destroyer turning at a given radius. Try making a 35-degree turn by clicking here. Oh, that's convenient.
Hard right rudder.
Hard right rudder. Aye, sir.
Aye. Observe how the course is changing. Yes. Now center the helm by clicking at the 0.
Steady as she goes.
Aye. Steady on course 3, 4, 3.
You can also steer for the NSAs by A or D. You can press them multiple times to determine how far to the right it should be. Yeah, and then press enter to confirm. Okay, that's a bit inconvenient, that enter. But we'll take it. Turn right by pressing D. 20 degrees starboard.
Rudder 20 degrees right.
Well done.
Rudder 20 degrees right.
Another
Aye, sir.
convenient way to change course is just type it. Click on the course change button. Input 010 and press enter.
New course 010.
Course 0, 1, 0. Aye, sir.
I like that. Good. Now you know all about maneuvering. Let's move on to attacking. Enemy U-boat has been detected. To attack it, let's take a look at the target.
Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 0, forward. Range 3,200 yards.
Bridge combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing
044, 3,200.
3,200
It's
yards.
silhouette.
I designate contact. Able. Time. 0,
Magnetic
7.
north. Yeah.
Contact
Target bearer there.
cable now bears 0, 5. Range 3,000 yards.
Gotcha. A quick glance is all you need, exactly. If your target bearing is aligned with the bow of the ship's silhouette, then you're steering the right way to pursue. Yes, additionally, radar. Continue. Let's use these coordinates as well as the radar bearing indicate the closest distance and the gap within 2,000 yards from the target. Give it a try.
Contact Able now bears 0.
Increase your speed
Forward
and steer so
7.
that the contact Able is in front of you.
2,800 yards.
What's the bearing? 047? Okay, 047. 047.
New
Check.
course 047.
And
047.
let's
Aye, sir.
go
All
standard
engines
ahead.
ahead standard.
All engines ahead standard. Aye, sir.
Listen to the radar man and adjust the course to match what he says, or watch the
Contact
bearing indicator
Able
and align the
now
target bearing with
bears
both.
0.
Yes.
Forward 8. Range 2,500 yards.
2,500. We're closing in. Okay, let's just don't press too many buttons now.
Contact Able now bears 0. Forward 9er. Range
0 for niner?
2,200 yards.
9.
Course 0.
Well done.
9.
Your maneuvering
Aye,
skills
sir.
are on
All
point.
engines ahead 1/3.
All engines ahead 1/3. Aye, sir.
In any case, a good tip for beginners is to listen to the radar man and adjust your course to the bearing he provides, following that the course is the easiest way to get close to the enemy. Before we leave the bridge, take
Contact Able now bears 0.
1800.
Forward
Take a look by
9er.
holding down the left
Range
mouse button and moving the
1,800
mouse. You can do this
yards.
at all any station to Oh. Oh, yeah. Click on combat to move to the CIC. The radar shows surface contact, so you want to look at any time you need an up-to-date picture of the situation surface. You can use the radar to check your position in relation to the convoy,
Contact Able
as
now
well as current
bears
export
0.
positions. Yes.
Forward
Now let's see how you can
9er.
track your own
Range
maneuvers versus enemy maneuvers. Click on
1,500 yards.
DRT to continue. DRT. The dead reckoning tracer will help you plan your maneuvers in relation to the enemy. This moving light under the glass represents our destroyer. Yes. And has
Contact
bearings
Able
on his
now
outside to help you
bears
what
0.
course to take.
Forward 8. Range
The dots
1,300 yards.
represent our destroyer's position, and the crosses present the U-boat's position, so we're getting closer. You can plan your maneuver by observing how positions change in relation to each other with the passing of time. There are two skills you can switch between. As soon as the enemies look below
Contact
1,000, you can
Able
switch.
now bears 0. Forward 8. Range 1,000 yards.
1,000 yards. We switched. Continue. You can drag the moving light by holding down the left mouse button, allowing you to scroll the plot around.
Contact Able now bears 0.
You can zoom in and out and
6.
scroll the
Range
camera by
800
using the mouse
yards.
scroll wheel. Spin the wheel to zoom in and out, or press it and move the mouse to scroll the camera around. Use the DRT manually can be a lot of fun for seasoned naval. Oh yeah, I think we see.
Contact Able now bears 0.
For the DRT
Forward
autopilot is actually
3.
by default.
Range
Yeah.
500 yards.
You can always change your setting to escape, deactivate. Yes, understand. It's on autopilot. Now that you know all about the DRT, we can proceed with shooting the guns. Click on gun director to continue.
Stand by to fire.
I think we see him.
Contact Able now bears 0. 3. 6. Range 300 yards.
Let's try shooting computer. Click on radar aim.
Start tracking contact. Target acquired.
Click on the fire button or press spacebar to fire.
Target fire. 0. 8.
Fire.
Range 200 yards.
200 yards, easy shot. You can also change ammunition or fire star
Contact
shells.
Able now bears 3. 5. 1. Range 100 yards.
Click here to change rounds between. Okay.
Load illumination round. Target bearing 2. 8. 5. Range 100 yards.
And as we change to the guns and aiming at the sky, let's illuminate the area around the destroyer.
Able now
Click on fire
bears 2. 6. 2. Range 200 yards.
Illuminate 2. 8. 0.
Good. Last but not least, it's a searchlight. You can turn it on and off and it will illuminate the enemy periscope for lookouts. Yeah, but I think we're quite lost.
Contact Able now bears 2. Forward 7. Range 400 yards.
247, that is Over there.
250, range 300 yards.
Searchlight don't work. Okay, that was just tutorial. Now that you know how to use the gun director, we will move
Bridge,
to...
poor lookout. Object 1/2 to the horizon. Bearing 2, 4, 3. Appears to be
Sonar room.
feather.
Click on
Lost
sonar.
contact. Able. Last bearing.
Let's take a look at the sonar console. The
Forward,
thing...
Forward. Last range.
I think he
500
dived.
yards.
Yeah, he dived.
244, range.
At the sonar console, the
400
thing to note here is the round plate with bearings that you can use to control the sonar head. Simply click on the sonar indicator and drag it to rotate it left and right. This lets you choose which direction to send your pings. If you find a U-boat, the sonar operator will immediately start reporting on it, and he will keep tracking the target for as long as possible. In order to find a U-boat, you can order a 90-degree or 180-degree search arc. This is much more convenient than searching manually. Click on this button to change the width of the search arc.
Sonar. This is the captain. Investigate arc. 3,
Good.
1, 5, 2, 0.
Now let's try
5.
setting up a search
Investigating
arc.
arc. 3, 1,
On
5.
315,
0,
2,
4,
4, yes.
5.
The
Aye,
sonar
sir.
pointer will now continue moving left or right with each ping. Click on this button to change the direction of the pointer. Okay, now let's set up a bigger search arc from 270 to 090.
Sonar. This is the captain.
Well done.
Investigate arc. 3, 1, 9. 2,
Now
Combat sonar. New sonar contact.
Yes.
Bearing 0, 4, 1.
We got something. It's
Range
probably the one we
900
spotted on the
yards.
surface. Now observe the
Investigating arc.
window
3,
in the
1,
upper right part of the
9
console.
Through 1, 3.
This is a small
9.
tactical range
Aye, sir.
recorder. By looking at it, you can see whether you are going toward or away from the target. Okay, so this is distance. 900.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 0, 4, 1.
Range?
900 yards.
900
Very
yards,
strong
exactly.
Propeller noise.
Strong propeller noise, he's going fast. If the car is leaning to the left, we are getting closer. If the graph is leaning to the right, we are getting farther away. No icebergs. The last important element is the round CRT display on the
Combat
left.
sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 0, 4, 1.
You can observe the
Range
bearing drift.
900 yards.
How
Estimated
strongly the
depth
target
shallow.
is moving left or right. While this isn't actual crucial information, it can help determine your next maneuver. The last operation at the sonar station is your bearing mode. Either true or relative. The default is true
Combat
bearing
sonar.
mode,
Contact. Able.
where 0
Now
is always
bears
north.
0,
However,
4,
when you switch to
1.
relative
Range
bearings, the ship bow,
900 yards. Bearing
exactly, the
steady.
bow becomes 0. Exactly, we prefer that. Before we leave the sonar room, please remember that the sonar won't work at speeds above head
Combat
standards.
sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 0, 4, 1. Range 900 yards. Bearing steady.
Let's click on combat again. We're back in the combat, and now we're going to take a look at our own ship's course and bearing projector. This device is somewhat similar
Combat
to the
sonar.
bearing
Contact.
indicator you
Able.
learned about on the
Now
bridge.
bears 0, 4, 1. Range 900 yards.
Here,
Estimated depth shallow.
You can mark the current U-boat position in order to track how it is changing with time in relation to your destroyer. Because of that, the OSC is very useful during the last stages of the attack. The line extending from the center of the ship silhouette
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears
marks
0,
where the sonar is
4,
pointing.
1. Range
Therefore, whenever the
900
sonar has
yards.
a contact, you can
Estimated
immediately
depth
see which
shallow.
direction it's located. In terms of distance, each ring denotes 100 yards. Yes, and last time we had it on 900-ish. Okay, continue. This device, just like the DRT, can be used manually or in the order
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 0, 4, 1. Range 900 yards.
Okay,
Very
he's-
strong propeller noise.
on the autopilot, yes. Press escape. Yes, keep it on autopilot for now. Now that you can track the enemy at close range, let's learn how to arm and fire depth charges.
Combat sonar. Contact.
Let's go back to
Able.
the sonar
Now
room and
bears
calculate the
0,
time to fire
4,
our barrage.
2. Range 900 yards.
Click on TRR. The TRR requires two pieces of information to work. The speed of your destroyer
Very strong propeller noise.
and the depth of the U-boat. These two parameters need to be set on the scale here. We are now heading towards the
Combat
U-boat.
sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 0, 4,
The course and
2.
speed have been set
Range
automatically for the
900
purpose of this
yards.
tutorial.
Bearing
Exactly.
steady.
In order to drop jet charge, we must first ready them. Shallow pattern. And spread.
Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern.
Our depth charges are being armed. That will
Combat
take a
sonar.
while.
Contact. Able. Now
If
bears
necessary, you can
0,
change the parameter
4,
for a launch
2.
barrage.
Range 900
As
yards.
with a lot of devices in the game, the TR works automatically by default, but you can use it manually. Okay, it's on auto. Once depth
Bearing
and
steady.
speed are set, you should rotate the
Combat
transparent
sonar.
plexiglass
Contact.
piece.
Able. Now bears 0, 4, 3. Range 900 yards. Bearing steady.
This plexiglass piece has to be aligned with the glass this way. For the purpose of the tutorial, this has to be done automatically, so that you can see how to do it correctly.
All engines ahead.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 0, 4.
And then give the order to
4.
fire as soon as the graph left
900
side
yards. Bearing steady.
shows beneath the dotted fire line. Wait until fire now and then press the fire button until...
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 0,
700. He's
4,
getting close.
4.
Okay, this is range.
700 yards. Very strong propeller noise.
And did give the order? Yeah, but as the graph left side shows beneath the dotted... Okay, this is our speed in
Combat
knots.
sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 0,
As
4,
soon as the
4.
graph's
Range
left side
500 yards.
shows beneath the
Estimated
dotted
depth,
fire
shallow.
line. Getting close now. 300.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 0, 4, 4. Range 300 yards. Very strong propeller noise.
As the graph's left side shows beneath the dotting.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 0, 4.
I think we're too
4.
late.
Range.
We're on
30
top of
yards.
it. Shoot!
Fire 1.
Yes, we got him. Okay, this is really
Combat
tutorial.
sonar. Lost contact. Able. Last bearing 0, 4, 4. Last
Fire
range
3.
30 yards.
Aye. Now we were on top of it. Shallow. Okay, if these two detonate now. Let's move on to the lookout station. These posts give you the best view for maneuvering when you're in close range to the convoy. You look out
Surface radar
around.
has a new contact.
Surface
Bearing
radar.
269er. Range
All slicks and
3,500
debris,
yards.
which are sign of
Bridge
escort.
combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 26.
We have a new one.
Range 3,500 yards.
You can look really around by pressing and holding the left mouse button
022.
and moving the mouse around. You can also zoom in by clicking on the binoculars. Yes. Okay, we're all safe. Now let's go back to the combat information. This station lists all the enemy. Oh, that's contacts. Here's where you can select the target you wish to engage. Baker. This contact will be reported on regularly, and remaining contacts will be reported on only when contact is lost or regained, or when contact remained well over the DRT and OSC stations. Will track only the selected contact, and the contact will target it when you engage radar aim. Yes. As you can see, we have 2 contacts already. Select the contact Baker. Good. We are now focusing on contact Baker. So all
Contact Baker now bears 261.
Remember to always select the contact you wish to engage here. Yes. Now let's see about the tactical situation. The tactical situation
Surface radar has a new
shows you the
contact.
big picture
Bearing 194. Range
and allows you to command the remaining
2,800
assets in your
yards.
force.
Bridge combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing.
Our destroyer's call sign
194. Range
is Bloodhound.
2,800 yards. I designate contact
Antler,
Charlie.
Mountie, Hockey,
Time
and Maple
0:24.
are the remaining escorts. And Black Cat is our air support.
Contact Baker now bears 2.
Depending on the size of the battle,
range
all 4 remaining escorts may
3,600
not be
yards.
present. Our destroyer Bloodhound is located in the center. Your escort unit are yellow circles, and convoy ships are represented yellow dots. Okay, I see Antler.
Contact Baker now bears
Yes.
255. Range 3,700 yards.
To command an escort unit, first click to select it. And then either click anywhere on the board to relocate the ships to that location, or click on the latest enemy position to contact it. Yes. Antler.
Contact Baker now bears 253. Range
Click on Antler.
3,700 yards.
This is Bloodhound. Take new station in convoy screen.
Roger. Antler taking station.
Good. Now we send Mountie to attack contact B.
This is Mountie. Mountie regained. Contact Able. Bearing 223.
Click on Mountie.
1,300 yards from Bloodhound.
Good.
Contact Baker now bears Bloodhound. This is Mountie. Mountie lost contact.
Mountie is now on his way to contact B. Additionally, when you select an escort unit, you can adjust its sonar search arc by clicking on it to change its width, or by dragging it by the left mouse button press to change the direction.
Bloodhound, this is
Select
Black Cat.
Maple and adjust its search arc as shown.
From convoy.
Contact Baker now bears 250. Range
Select Maple and
3,800
adjust its
yards.
search arc as shown.
Bloodhound, this is Black Cat. Subsighted east 3 miles from convoy.
Contact Baker now bears lost contact.
Good job.
Last bearing 2.
Maple is now searching the assigned searching arc. Adjusting the searching arc will come in handy if you need to find a lost contact. If you attack a single contact with 2 escort ships or assist another escort on their hunt, the chance of success rises. Yes. A well-coordinated attack can be much more effective.
Contact Baker now
It is
bears
important to watch out for collisions and to avoid concentrate too much reinforcement. Yes.
3,900 yards.
The last asset at your disposal is air support. It is your guardian angel. And, depending on how you use it, it can make the difference between victory and defeat. Air support is your fastest unit. Used by 2 U-boats, it can execute a single depth charge attack, but once the payload has been dropped,
now bears 2.
it can still harass U-boats with its machine guns.
3,900
Its
yards.
presence alone will make U-boats dive, exactly, to avoid personal attacks, slowing them down and deny freedom of operation. Let's see how it works. Black Cat is represented by a blue U-funded U. Select Black Cat and give it an order to relocate here.
Contact Baker now bears 244. Range 4,000 yards.
Black Cat reporting.
Let's see how it works. Black Cat is represented at the blue infoded U. Yes.
Bloodhound, this is Black Cat. Subsighted north 3 miles from convoy.
Go
Roger.
there.
Black Cat on the way to patrol.
control area ahead of convoy.
Contact Baker. Now
Now let's
bears
attack
2,
Charlie.
Forward 2. Range 4,100 yards.
Click on Charlie.
Black Cat, this is Bloodhound. Attack
Bloodhound,
contact.
this is
Go.
Antler. Antler regained contact. Able. Bearing
Downside of air
2,
support is that
4,
it's only
range
available for a limited
2,100
period of
yards
time.
From Bloodhound.
Lost contact.
It will let
Baker.
you know.
Last bearing
Yes.
2,
Before we finish, there's
forward
one more bit of
2.
crucial information
Last
that will help you
range,
throughout the game.
3,700 yards.
If you take a
Bloodhound,
look at all the
this is
devices
Mountie.
that use the
Mountie
bearing
regained
system, you will see
contact.
that they
Baker.
all
Bearing
do the
2,
same thing. A
4,
ring of
1,
bearings,
Range 4,100 yards.
which you destroy in the
Bloodhound.
center. Therefore, the most essential skill that you need to learn is cross-reference and compare data between various stations.
Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Baker, bearing 2.
For example, if you lose
0,
radar
range
sonar
4,300
contact,
yards from
quickly
Bloodhound.
switch over to the DRT and it will tell you where to search with the radar, sonar. When maneuvering around the convoy, you should get in the habit of checking the tactical situation, of course. The radar, you know them all well.
Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie
Now you know
has
everything,
sonar
exactly.
contact. Baker,
You need to
bearing
play
2,
destroyer the U-boat
3,
over. Good
9.
luck. Wow, that was fast.
There are 3 elements that are absolutely crucial to U-boat tactics: speed, flanking, and the element of surprise. Let's begin with speed. A submerged U-boat is roughly as fast as the convoy, so it cannot effectively catch up on it from behind. It would first need to surface to make more speed, yet at the cost of being attacked by escort gunfire. Therefore, the most dangerous kind of enemy is the clever U-boat captain who approaches submerged from the front of the convoy, maintaining the element of surprise, unless you detect him with the sonar. Most enemy captains, however, will approach the convoy on the surface, for reasons already mentioned in the ASW 101 video. As for flanking, torpedoes had the highest chance of hitting the target when fired at the so-called broadside, i.e. not at the bow or the stern of the target, but at its side, which made for a much larger target. If you allow a U-boat to assume a flanking position within 1,500 yards of the convoy, and give it enough time at periscope depth, they will be able to shoot whole salvos of well-aimed torpedoes, potentially sinking a few merchant ships in one fell swoop. Also, the wolfpack tactics used by U-boats were based on advantage in numbers in an attempt to swarm and overwhelm the escorts by attacking from multiple directions at the same time. This was supposed to create a shock effect and confuse the escorts by creating chaos and giving them more targets that they could handle at a time. In order to help you prevent that, here is a handful of tactical advice.
Good. U-boat
The
chatter is
best area
there.
for U-boats to
Sorry.
attack from are the convoy flanks. Prevent them from sneaking into good firing positions, and convoy survivability will rise exponentially.
Yes.
U-boats approaching submerged from the front of the convoy can be a nasty surprise. Whenever possible, maintain at least minimal sonar coverage aimed towards the front of the convoy. If you manage to attack and suppress a U-boat long enough, it will stay submerged and will eventually end up behind the convoy. If that is the case, it will be almost impossible for it to catch up without surfacing, and its threat will have been nullified, at least for some time. Try to attack U-boats as far away from the convoy as possible. However, once they break through, make sure to recall your escorts, close the formation, and aggressively defend the flanks. The U-boats will attempt to exploit any holes in your defenses to get there and fire multiple torpedoes. So if any U-boats break through into this zone, attack them with all your might, or their torpedoes will start to wreak havoc in the convoy. Sooner or later, you will be able to determine the main vector of the attack. Once that happens, relocate more escorts there from the other flank of the convoy as soon as possible. Bear in mind that such formation changes will take a while, so try not to jump the gun, as it may cost you a lot of time later to reverse a bad decision. Whenever possible, attack a U-boat with more than one ship. Also, try coordinating your attacks with other escorts. Just watch out for collisions, and you will be fine. If multiple U-boats break through and swarm the convoy flanks, chaos will ensue and you will start losing ships. Don't panic and stay on your toes, as this is the most difficult time of the battle. When it comes, make sure your escorts are prioritizing the right targets, and try not to get lost in the entanglement. If you make it through this difficult part, you will most likely succeed in suppressing and repelling the enemy. If you start losing ships, don't panic. check the radar or the tactical station in combat, deduce where the torpedo may have come from, and make a strong presence in the area to prevent the U-boat from taking further shots on the convoy. Use air support to harass U-boats that are beyond your reach, or quickly relocate it to suppress multiple U-boats when they get dangerously close to the convoy's flank. Remember that air support will force a U-boat to submerge, thus preventing it from firing its torpedoes. Some U-boat captains will submerge and hide under the convoy, or even try to sneak to the other flank. This is a bad situation for you, as it is very dangerous to track and attack U-boats within the convoy due to a high probability of collisions.
Yeah, I think so.
And lastly, be aggressive and do not let the enemy
But
take
it's gonna
the initiative. The longer you hesitate,
quite
the
a
more
bit of time
you're giving the U-boats to reach optimal firing positions and aim their torpedoes. Harass them, never let up, and focus all your assets to the fullest.
Hope you're doing fine,
that
Doc.
concludes the presentation of U-boat and escort tactics.
I hope Modern Warfare 2 was worth it. Okay, that was the tutorial. And yeah, that's the stream. So now we know everything. I'm a certified destroyer captain now. Doc says, it just needed something to watch the wind. To wind the evening anyway. Yeah, well, too late. That's it, guys. Yeah, we'll see what happens next time. I think next time we just go for a one custom battle with 5 ships. Number of AI escorts 0. With 1 submarine. Time of day noon. Weather clear. Battle duration 10 hours. Yeah, that sounds cool. Air support. Yeah, maybe we'll do some air support as well. Battle variant attack. What are the options? Ambush. Okay. Yeah, that's for next time. Next time we'll try to fight a submarine ourselves. Thank you very much for being here, guys. It was, yeah, it was not bad. I think it's gonna be a tough one. Dark Lightning, CISO, Golnor, Hendo, Nil Venus. Thank you for being here. I hope you all have a great one. Yeah, you too, CISO. If you're going live, yeah, you are going live, aren't you? Let's hope so. Well, I don't want to force you. But if you're going live, I'll definitely likely. That's nice. Yeah, then I think I'll skip on raiding for now, and I'll just wait until you likely come online. Have a great evening, guys, and I see you next time. Bye bye from Kaila. Looks like step. Yes. Yeah, exactly. I prefer watching some Way of the Hunter this evening, but we'll see if you're gonna stream or not. Yeah, have a good one.